Thank you for coming. It's wonderful to have you. My name is Will, and probably you've heard from me in the past. And obviously, we also read all the Facebook posts and the different conjecture about what UUABC's new policies will be. And we thought, what better way to put an end to some of the rumors and give you a preview of some of the exciting stuff to come than have a little Q&A with our own CEO, Mr. Joseph. So I'm going to just briefly tell you about the format of this, and then I will hand the floor over to Joseph. So I've noticed some of your questions, and yes, it is normal that you can't see yourself because this is a slightly different platform from our 1 to 4 platform. This is kind of a preview of what the open course platform will look like, though it will be maybe a little bit different. So we've allocated about 45 minutes time for this presentation, and we're going to start with a few opening remarks from our CEO, and then from there on out, we will be taking your questions. So hopefully we can respond to as many questions as possible, but if for any reason you have a burning question that you think of later or your question doesn't get answered, feel free to message me or message Aaron Yu, and we can try to follow up as quickly as possible. So without further ado, I'd like to turn the floor over to Joseph, and he can get started.
Hello, everybody. Really good to be here. It's always a pleasure to connect with the teachers directly. My partner here, Will, has been helping out a lot since he's joining in 3 months ago.
September 16th.
September. Take off a lot of load from my side. Let me focusing on more product-driven and sales service-driven, the regular functionalities. But Will has been doing a great job. I see, our teacher population, our whole, teacher body has been growing significantly. Now we have almost 600 some teachers up to date. A lot of very experienced teachers like you have been, helping us and teaching our students. Very appreciate your help and support so far. A little bit about myself. I was born and raised in China, but I went to United States a long time ago, about 20 years ago, 1997, finishing my 3 master degrees in US. Actually, my first job was teaching Chinese as a second language to Americans as a second language. From there, really plowed the seeds. Really give me a. Oh, can't hear.
Sound is not working. Interesting.
Let's see. Maybe closer. Hello, can you hear? Let me see. Show me if you can hear. Just type in "you can hear." Yeah.
Okay.
Most of the teacher can.
Okay.
False alarm. That's great. So yeah, some people do, some people don't. But most people I can see 90% can hear okay, but I'll be closer to the microphone. So my first job in US was teaching Chinese as a second language. So I know that from then I know learning language itself is not a communication protocol just by itself. It's more about learning the culture, learning about the overall, the richness of a total different way of living. So when I was teaching Chinese, I really, give me this kind of a deep understanding of language learning and language teaching. After so many years of working experience, I did get my master's degree from University of Chicago in MBA. I used to work for McKinsey in Chicago as well as in Hong Kong. So kind of hopping around different industries, providing strategic kind of consulting to variety of audience, mostly CEO, C-level suites of S&P 500 companies. But you really struck me when I can use English as a primary tool in communication as well as sharing the insights of business. that really make me feel very empowered. And I think more people, especially kids from Asia, should have the opportunity to learn language in more depth, not only as a communication protocol, but also as way of, a being a culture ambassador to break, really understand the diversity of the world, really understanding the other way of living, other way of thinking in the world. So that's really excites me and bring me to this field. UUabc was founded actually about 2 years ago. I took over this company as a CEO in February this year. So we've been through a lot of changes, new product offering, new way of managing teachers, interaction with teachers, a lot of changes going on. So our first official release was in September 1st. That was version 1.1.0, and now we are moving to version 2.0, which will go live in January the 20th next year, early next year, in about 2 months. In about about almost 1 month and a half. So a lot of exciting features, new features are rolling out. If you are really enjoying teaching now, I promise you, the platform and the service, all these teams out here, hardworking team, will make it much better experience in the future. Yeah, in the future. So that's how we are. That's our teaching philosophy. We're not only teaching English language, but also we are introducing a different way of life, a different cultural aspects, a lot of deep content where only mature, we say developed countries kind of enjoying teaching now, like STEM classes, all these very content focused classes. So through UUabc's platform, we're trying to really using a very interactive way and through the internet to give the benefits of the best resources that people like you reach to the common people in China, everywhere in China, no matter where they are, in the first tier city, second tier city, even in rural areas. It's about the fairness and openness of education. So that's really excites us and what really bring Will and the people like us, we think alike, to do this platform. Our main investor is OneSmart. OneSmart company is just listed in New York Stock Exchange in March. So we are well funded. We have an employee body of about 300 people now. You have a strong team of technology, of Chinese teachers, of customer support people, a lot of people really behind you to make this happen. So looking forward to the next generation of product in January, you will see a brand new kind of approach to online education. And UUabc is only the first product we're offering is teaching Chinese. In later part of next year, we are planning to roll out teaching Chinese as a second language to maybe to teachers like you. So you have another side kind of benefit, or you can learn not only learn through your teaching. We'll definitely we'll partner together to teach you the common used Chinese languages, but we can also provide you a systematic approach of Chinese. As I said, learning a language is the best way, and actually it's the only way to understand of a different way of thinking, rather than just a communication protocol. It's when you can speak a language, speak freely and speak of your mind, you can feel that the language itself is the smallest building block of logic. It's a very condensed fossil of a culture. So when you understand each language, each word, how to use them, you pretty much understand the culture. So that's another thing we're looking forward to bring to the teacher community for sure. And starting next year, early next year, we'll definitely do some Chinese teaching, especially on the classroom usage of Chinese to the teachers. that'll be another part of the teaching training for teacher training from Will side. He'll be focusing on as well. So that's just throughout the little bit the growth of the company. We really are growing. UABC is still a baby. So ever since the first product released in the beta version was in July. July, the first we released the first beta version. Up to this point, version 1, I'm looking for version 2. We are just learning the way of teaching, and really fast, very fast. We are adapting to the feedback changes. I know you have a lot of questions. We have a list of here. We'll go through them one by one, especially on the low utilization rate. Why people saying why we are still hiring while existing teacher are suffering due to the low utilization rate. To me, is that low utilization rate is temporary. But building the strong teachers body has a linear growth. We cannot say we have 500 teacher now. By next month we want 1,000 people like you. People like you, really, the teachers are the most valuable asset of the company. And what we created on the curriculum side, really depending on the best teachers to deliver. So your training, your career progression, your readiness to teach is really what we care. So despite the fact that we have a relatively low utilization rate, the utilization rate, but we're expecting more for sure in February, in late January when the version 2.0 get released. So we'll definitely go through them one by one. But in general, in a nutshell, UABC is still growing. I as a CEO, my job is get the best people like Will and the best teachers like you, whoever online now, to teach. At the same time, I will secure a lot of resources for us. Make sure that you get paid on time, you get treated fairly, with respect. All these service oriented. You have a wonderful app ready to be used in about soon. in about 2 months, 2 weeks period of time. Our first 2.0 phone app for teachers will be ready in no time. So you have a lot of tools for you to use to be effective teaching. So I think in general, we are doing the right things by making the foundation right. We want to have more students, but to having more students is just a turnkey solution. We just buy a lot of commercials. You have students. It's just that direct. You pay commercial, students there. But more importantly, to me, it's not about paying to get the students. It is more of get our product ready, get our teacher really, really prepared for the class. Your TPRs, your icebreakers, for each class, for each, we want to be the granularity to be the class level. We don't want people to only see, oh, this is my training and I'm done. No, we have so many classes, to be soon to be available for teaching. We're working. We just released the Planning Alphabet, and we also have the logical thinking kind of STEAM classes as well. All these classes needs a lot of training, lots of in-depth of working together and collaboration. That takes time. So I don't want to turn the key so early when people are not ready. Teachers like you are not ready. It takes time. So when we have built the trust, build the ecosystem, build the supporting environment, right? Building the make the creativity, unleash the creativity from the teacher side. Make everybody, especially the master teachers, the cornerstones of our teaching community, make you guys participate in the curriculum design, in the marketing, to make this product better. You know, until then, we turn out the key. When we have a lot of students waiting for you, and you can have the bookings off the roof, and it's a win-win situation. So for now, we are working hard to get the product ready, and bear with us, and really have some faith in UABC, have some faith in the will, having faith in our staff. The better products is coming, and for sure your loyalty and your patience will be rewarded from both sides. From both sides, not only from monetary rewards. I mean, I seriously don't believe that our teachers, the best teachers, are teaching for money. And what we're offering here, aside from the money, yes, we are one of the best paid, best paying, employer from the online institution perspective. But I understand from the best teacher side, you don't really just look for the money. That's not the driving force for you to teach, right? We want to share the passion. We want to share the knowledge. We want our voice to be heard. We want to be the cultural ambassador. We want to bridge the gap between the East and West. Sometimes I'm hearing, for example, President Donald Trump doing a talk, right? He knows so little about China. He knows so little about the culture. If we can, right, build the whole culture understanding, bring the gaps, make the kids understand Western culture better. Western, or making the but I don't want to bring a heated political debates here, but definitely knowing more make us humble. Knowing more make us really understanding of other cultures. So that's why you see UUabc, we never really discriminate teachers against their skin color, their country of origin, right? The religious background. No, we never. There's so many of diversified teachers on our platform, and that's really what we advocate. Right? Okay, so that's my 10 minutes of a general comments. There's a lot of questions going on, but I want to be hit the nail on the head. So go ahead.
All right. So just very briefly, oops, sorry about that, guys. Wanted to give you kind of a written, systematic approach to some of the changes that are coming to the platform. So Joseph has already referenced January 20th, 2019. This is going to be a very big day for all of us. And this is something that we've been building toward for the last several months. So this is the release of our new version 2.0, and we'll be expecting many new students, and we also have some new changes that are coming to the platform that will come into effect on this date. And so
yeah, thanks for the question. Yes, System 2.0 is going live. The semester system is a new way of actually doing the scheduling. For one-on-4 classes, starting from January the 20th, we'll see a new wave of students starting at the same time. All of the classes of different levels, we have 5 levels. Each level, they start from lesson 1 of each level, meaning you'll be teaching relatively smaller set of classes within a week. So you just prepare for a limited number of classes and make sure that you're teaching them effectively. Also, we advocate some sort of matching kind of a fixed kind of what's it called, fixed teacher student relationship. Mm-hmm. So you will be one student have the option to have one teacher teaching them throughout the semester. So you have a relatively stable cohort of students you're going to teach. So you can build more bonding of a particular students and student contact. Another thing is, the students itself, the class format is relatively fixed. Whenever you've seen the 4 students on Monday, next Monday, the same time, you will see the same 4 students. So a lot of improvement. That's from the teachers' feedback, that from the parents' feedback. A lot of people are saying relatively fixed kind of a teacher-student relationship is a huge plus for 104 classes. So that's why we did that change. Let's see, open courses. Yes, so so in January the 20th, we're expecting at minimum 3,000 new students hopping up. So we have how many students now? We have about 2,000 together for now. So we're expecting double the size by January 20th. We're seeing a tsunami of students. They're starting the same time.
On the same day.
Same day. So get ready. Get ready. So that's why you'll be still experiencing a little bit downtime from now to January the 20th. But make sure that you're ready to deliver what you've been trained for on November the 20th. We're seeing a lot of students coming in.
And I just wanted to mention, this is the operations team will be very thankful. One aspect of teacher-student being somewhat matched and stable is that it means that students will depend on seeing you every Monday or every Tuesday, and they'll look forward to seeing you, which means that when you sign up to take these classes, we have to be extra sure that our schedule can be stable and that we don't miss any classes with those students, because they will be expecting to see you and they'll be disappointed if there is a different substitute or something like that. And so that's for you, operations team.
Yeah, I just saw some people saying, complaining about crashing. If you are using a VPN, turn it off. Turn it off will be better. This is a broadcasting. It's not like the one you're typically having class. There's only one way of video streaming. So from this side to your side. So it's not a round trip, or you're not facing 5 students simultaneously. So turn off the VPN will definitely help for your streaming. A lot of teachers asking about open courses. We are saying, for now the overall approach of teacher selection is one way. Basically, the system decide. You whoever picked you, right? That's the one drawback from the teacher side, saying, oh, I'm randomly assigned to different students. How can I, my performance, my bonding to particular students really reward me, as an individual? So open course is one solution. Open course is different from the broadcasting we do every week. Some star teachers actually are teaching broadcast. What's the name of that?
We call them
Live classes. Okay, different terms, right? Live classes is only for master teachers to teach, probably 1 time, 2 times per week to all paid students. Open course is different. Open course it will be on a new platform. This platform is accessible to all students, including potential students, meaning that we will make you the star of a very open platform. For each day, we are planning about 100 minimum classes concurrently doing at the same time in the open course platform. This open course platform is accessible anywhere in China when people download the app or browse us from the website. We'll do a very strong marketing kind of campaign, telling all the potential parents that, hey, go hop on to UUabc's platform. Even without a registration, you can look at our open courses. All of you, all the teachers doing broadcasting, doing the open courses, will have your student, you will have your teacher ID and your teacher name there. Just a first name with a abbreviation of your first letter of your last name to help to hide your identity, the sensitive data. But your teacher ID will be there. For example, teacher Mike will have a number of 007, for example, right? Who you of all these audiences, we're expecting thousands of students, potential students hopping on the platform. Look at the open courses. What's the content to teach? We'll probably send you the template already. It's a teacher generated content. You create a content, no matter what you want to teach. As long as it's approved by us, the content is legitimate, right? It's a good content. We want to we hold a really high standard for teacher content. So if it's okay, we will let you to teach. At what frequency? Whenever you have a downtime at the peak time, at the back end, our coordinator will assign classes to you to teach the open courses. If you have a low utilization rate, we'll give you more open course time to make it up. Open course is paid at your teacher's effective rate, not a standby rate. So you make extra money while teaching free to the students. So you can become a star at this open course platform. You really can become a star. We have all these fun functionality. Well, like for example, sending likes, and thumbs up. People like you, right? All these other things. Also, another thing is there's a follow button. When people say follow and archive your name, they can actually see your schedule in the coming weeks, in the coming semester. They can really book you as a teacher to their private classes. Either it's 1-on-4, 1-on-1, whatever. So we really give you the opportunity to shine and to build your own fan base to be an effective teacher. So in the beginning, we'll probably expecting hundreds of students hopping on, but as time passes, we're expecting thousands of students, potential students hopping on this platform. When it's going to be ready? So I've heard last time the IT people tell me is for sure before January the 20th, for sure. So it can be earlier, maybe early January, but for sure before the 2.0 rollout.
And we will walk before we run. Yeah. So we'll make sure that we're running trainings on open courses and making sure that everyone knows exactly what's expected of them and the templates for constructing this content and getting it approved. All of that is one of my top priorities over the next week or week and a half. So we'll be following up with you for sure.
A typical open course will be the same as our session, 30 minutes. I would recommend you do 20 minutes and then do a Q&A interactive with the parents. There will be a lot of opportunities for the parents to type in the comments, also for students to send you all the thumbs ups, all these interactions. So think through, you can really design a series of trainings. Maybe you're a good singer, teach some songs. You're a big cartoon fan, you can teach the superheroes, right? If you are whatever your specialty, if you're a rapper, you can do some rhymes, right? You can do whatever. But we want to hold our education kind of standard. This open course, it's more entertaining for sure. But at its core, it's still about education. It's serious learning. We can make it for fun, but not too much entertaining. You don't have to dance for the students.
One of the things that I'll follow up with you is figuring out, we want to make sure that it's level appropriate. So, we'll say this is KA level or JA level or PC level, and figuring out exactly how to help you calibrate that.
In the beginning, the coordinator will book for you. But later on, we'll explore as time passes by. We'll do the upgrade of the system. You can volunteer to do to the open course for sure. because you sign up the time with us, right? Either you do during the peak time, we definitely will allocate the resources for you. Yeah, another quick question people are asking, is all systems still be there? Yes, we'll migrate the old platform students in waves to the new platform. In platform 2.0, what the majority of people you see will be the brand new kids to the platform. So it's a fresh new start. Yeah, sure.
All right. We knew that if we said anything about the standby rate at the beginning, actually the standby rate isn't our next topic. So you're still going to have to wait.
Okay, so for the Planet, Alphabet, those kind of classes, UUabc, we are developing quite a few of them simultaneously. You can tell the difference between our platform versus other online providers, right? We are really heavily driven by R&D. So Dr. Ching and the team, we have about 25 people, full-time people doing the curriculum design and the material preparation for you. Yeah, it is in progress. We have about I think the second batch is this week.
Yep.
So we have about 100 some students just for the first wave you're teaching, and there will be more and more students hopping on Planet Alphabet. Evaluation, teacher leveling, ongoing TikTok promotion. Yeah, there's a lot of topics, right? Yes, we are pretty much the only platform very serious about teachers' career progression and development. We don't want UABC to be treated as a very transactional system. Teacher will come to us with a warmth and with a wholehearted kind of passion joining the platform. As I said in the beginning, I don't think our teachers are working just for the money. There's a lot more to it than monetary reward. One of the ways we differentiate us is about your own for the teachers leveling and training and evaluation. So for now we have 6 levels of teachers, 6 being the highest, the black belt. We say level 5 and level 6 are the black belt teachers, are our star teachers. We evaluate teachers every 6 months for now, stay with us. We reward loyalty and your performance, as well as your participation in the leveling. All these progression. When you reach to a certain level, you will be invited to evaluate other teachers. So I've talked to Will, discussed with Will repeatedly. We build the consensus is that in the future, UABCs, especially from the teacher training and teacher management perspective, will be heavily rely on our existing star teachers. So as you move on with our UABC, there'll be more managerial roles will be allocated to you. So, in fact, some teachers already become a full-time recruiter for us. They quit teaching. They think they are better recruiter than a teacher. So they make a better livings, to unleash their capability. So if you are a better trainer than, you think you are better in training and recruiting and other aspects, just work with us. Show your expertise through our platform. We'll evaluate you on time. We'll give you the rewards, and closely work with me and Will and the team, and eventually you become a core member of UABC teacher family, right? There's a lot of growth. 2 months ago, I flew to 2 months ago, 3 months ago, I flew to Sydney, Australia, to give the best teacher awards to some of the teachers. We'll returning to Philadelphia shortly, and we'll have some events lined up in USA as well. We'll attend a lot of teachers events. We will host our own teacher rewards, kind of a social and networking events. You know, greet and meet. You know, in key cities like Boston, New York, Philadelphia being one of them as well. In East Time Zone, for example, in Sydney, in London. Whenever we have a huge concentration of our our teacher body, we'll try our best to do some offline, some Canada.
In summertime for Canada.
In summertime Canada. Well, hopefully we have more teachers from Canada. You know, Europe for sure. You know, UK, and but you know, let's meet more virtually. I think this kind of events are very ideal when we share our ideas and give updates of whatever we have from a development perspective. So we are a virtual company by definition. We are an online education company. So why not people can meet and greet online, right? And next year we will really become big. I will personally invite our star teachers to Shanghai. We have a huge celebration. So that's all depends on how how successfully we teach, how effectively we become the game changer, the differentiator. I mean, we want to become a different provider online, and that really heavily depending on the teachers.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
like TikTok promotion, yeah, definitely another thing. All the short videos, together with the open course, TikTok, kind of short videos, no longer than 15 seconds. Those can go viral, right? Instagram, Facebook posting, very similar. But in China, it's TikTok. You send us your video, and we can make it go viral. So, for example, recently there's a huge social media backslash for the designer, DNG.
Oh, yeah.
They were just they're using chopsticks. They're making condescending comments on China, Chinese people using strong words like stupid, right? All these other words. I don't know what they're thinking, but we could definitely play on that, on that hotspot, right? It go viral, right? If this designer, whatever he thinks he is, right? He thinks condescending, and they're criticizing chopsticks. Why not we create a video for TikTok, for example, 15 seconds to showcase the creative way of using chopsticks in Western cultures, right? One of the best things actually, chopsticks is superior than the knife and fork is that for now, right? When Chinese people eating noodles, with one hand we're using the chopsticks, the other hand we are doing browsing. so with a fork and knife, right? It just you can't really where do you it's a pick and choose. So those kind of things we can do really, a theme based, every culture has its shining points, right? Every culture has its own uniqueness. So we use the social media to show that we understand and I appreciate the diversity of the world, not name calling or saying, yeah, this is stupid or what. No, not really, right? So I've been experiencing both Western culture and Eastern culture. We want to have the best of the two worlds, and then we can really say we are a citizen of the world, right? Not by saying you eliminate other people, say we are our way of living is the best way. That's condescending, right? So for the TikTok promotion, for all these other social media, we want to really promote the equal, the fairness, the diversity of the world. Maybe show different topics, but we want to focus on the best of each cultures, right? Okay, standby rate. People been asking.
About 90% of the people are here.
I know this will be recorded, but I want to put it very carefully. Standby rate. You can say you can tell that standby rate is very unique to UUabc. The the thinking behind standby rate is that we want to give the teacher kind of a stable expectation of their hard work, the commitment to this platform. So from very day one, when we have really low utilization rate, we say, hey guys, don't worry, UUabc as a platform, we take care of teachers. We know that it takes a lot to wake up early or just stand by at the computer waiting for students. We want to be fair. So for the low utilization rate, as I said, it's a growth pain, right? Our platform is growing. We are polishing our products. We're polishing our platform. We want to be the right time and turnkey, and the tsunami of students will come. That being said, right, that's the whole standby rate will come into picture. It's never really about cost. If we're really concerned about the cost, we definitely will not offer standby rate. So by cutting, no, we're not cutting. So it's our platform responsibility to keep the best teachers to be here. So to ease your mind, I would say, for now, the standby rate has been extended several times. We'll extend the standby rate to till the first quarter of 2019 at the minimum. So that's my word. With some modification, because we have a lot of students coming in, right? Standby rate will see less standby time from each teacher. It's a balance, right? We want the teachers to be teaching, not relying on the standby rate to make a living. So this is different. At the same time, we want to motivate, really motivate our teachers to teach more. That's why our open courses are in place. That's why all these, the teacher students kind of different classes, like Planet Alphabet are coming into pictures. So yeah, for sure, the standby rate will be extended. If we're not getting tremendous students, standby rate won't be intact, the same. So if the standby rate goes by, a lot of questions, right? I'll be giving ample interest. So yes. So other than that, there's a lot of new development from UUabc side. We just formed another practice called to business. So what we've been teaching is always online to consumer directly, meaning one teacher teaching 4 students or teaching 1 student. We are building a strong channels to teach kindergarten students in kindergarten. So that's to be business in a school setting, more of an official setting. So more and more teachers will be teaching classroom settings soon, as early as in January. So actually, will be teaching the demo class for one of the best elementary school in Shanghai. So more and more teachers will have the opportunity to teach classroom settings. Basically, you are teaching 12 or even more students at the same time with a teaching assistant in classroom. So we are building that solutions. All the commercially ready, we have actually all the solutions ready in place. It's just a matter of rolling them out. It takes some time to get some tractions, to build volume. But as I said before, UUabc is growing, and roll out, I think, in January. It's relatively complicated class than Alphabet Planet. it takes a lot of coordination between us and the supplier of the hardware, also our curriculum design partners. So a lot of interactions. That class will be released, I think, in January, February timeframe. Will be more and more options for the teachers. Yeah. Next STEM training will be when. So don't be specific.
I will follow up with you. I don't know the exact schedule, but I'll let you know in a moment. I can look it up.
Yeah. Bookings, right? So a lot of questions about the bookings randomly for now, right? That's the system. That's the system for now. But for starting from from January the 20th, the system got changed. Parents have two ways of booking. One way is teacher specific. So the parents will pick teacher first and then the schedule. Meaning, I think Will has been sending all these emails to you, collecting the intro video.
Mm-hmm.
Parents will browse through all the videos and say, hey, this guy looks good, I want his class. So your intro video is very important to guarantee you a high percentage of utilization rate. So booking will be depending on your own profile and credential and attractiveness of your TPR usage, right? So I would recommend you to make that 10 to 15 seconds really count, because that's the entry point for all parents to pick a new teacher. When you have a recurring fan base, say, the teachers are selected each semester.
Parents, or will parents also potentially book times and we will allocate the teacher?
Well, that's the second part of the booking system I want to mention. The first part is always the teacher centric. We won't make you the stars, the teachers the stars. So that's the primary way of our scheduling system. We push this first, teacher first. So the second one is schedule first. So a lot of parents say, hey, I don't care about the teachers. Let me do the schedule first. So pick, for example, Monday, Wednesday, 7 o'clock to 7:30 p.m. China time. When they do that, the next screen will still ask them to pick some teachers, to pick the preferred teachers, and not guaranteed. So that's still the 10 seconds video counts. They look at your review, they look at your, kind of outgoing, friendliness, all these key differentiators, right? So those are the kind of changes. Starting from January the 20th, teachers started teaching. Each student will have 4 classes in wintertime. 4 classes instead of 2. And in regular seasons, they'll have 3 classes. So it's a little bit more frequency than we are having now. So each student will have 150 classes per year. 150 classes per year. So think about utilization rate, right? You have a lot of students to teach, for sure. So that's the first question. Booking rates will increase for sure. If you're we are as a CEO, I'm running a business. If with this utilization rate, think about who will be the first person to feel the pressure. It'll be me. And I'm the person who pay for the standby rate, right? So believe me, I am more worried than you on the utilization rate. So the better the more utilized you guys are, the better business we are running for UUabc. But as I said, we want to build the foundation really well, really solid before we move on, before we can run, right? And really, one of the things I expect our teachers is make yourself a better teacher. Get involved more, and help Will and help us more to be the advocates online on social media and say, hey, here's a different company, and ask more of your buddies, with the same kind of caliber like you, native speaker, a very strong education background, bachelor degree at minimum, and with years of teaching experience. Bring them on, we'll have a fun and loving community. So for sure, my goal is actually I make this one of Will's KPI as well. The utilization rate for teachers. We are not a charity. We are not, building a huge army of teachers and make them starve. No, that's not our goal.
All right. I wanted to mention that we currently don't have STEAM or Chinese training scheduled, and we could schedule one. So if you are interested in doing a STEAM training, send an email or message Aaron UU. We will collect all the names, and if there's enough demand, we can schedule one.
So a lot of teachers are saying, the intro videos are not attractive, a lot of revised, ideas. That's what I want to hear from our teachers, right? We want to build a very smooth and very, very clear channel for the teachers to give feedbacks to the curriculum, to our advertisement, to all these other aspects, right? Facebook is really good, the community. Actually, we check the Facebook, the postings very often. So that's one of the best ways, effective ways, other than emails, right, for us to hear your voice. Also, we built a lot of we call it accessories. UUabc logos, our logo is it's on our website already. So there's a tiny UU, there's a five ways to draw a UU, and there's another let me show you some of you can draw the UU. All this PDF I'll send it to you. How to draw our the UUabc's icon, the little guy, UU guy better. And also we built a very strong kind of gamification approach. So each classes will be built as like a game. You pass one round. You help all the students are actually having this task to assist our little UU to find the other half and do a ritual and turn the two UUs, put them together, merge them to become a real kid. So there is actually a intro cartoon we made already. A lot of accessories, a lot of things we're making. These things we can, through our Facebook, we'll post a lot of high resolution images on the website, and you can actually print out them. You can order your own T-shirt. One of the challenges for us to send physical T-shirts to our teachers. You guys are all over the globe. It takes more money to send it rather than to make it.
Right.
So for this PDF, for the guide, user guide, even though it's in Chinese, I'll send it to you. I'll send it to the teacher community. But this actually illustrates a lot. There's a big picture of Dr. Ching, and some of your faces are here too. I know Alex is here, Kiam is here. There are quite a few teachers I know because I recruited quite a few of you personally, and our executives. I'll send it to you. all the images. I think there's a lot of a big picture of my face as well. So we'll send a lot of complimentary things to you. And some of teachers, I think Eric and a few teachers will actually draw their own UABC icon and all these other things, which is great. They're creative. We need to help our teacher more by providing high resolution images, uh, fashionable. Okay, this. Okay, I'm okay. So I'm here to help. We have a team of 5 people doing creative design. They do a lot of crazy things. We have a catalog of things we're making, like the backpack, T-shirts, uh, mugs, umbrella, everything. We have everything. So, but we can't really ship them to you via international shipment. But we can send the logos and the high resolution pictures to you. You want to print, and fine. And if you're really interested in, when we have an offline event, I will carry a big suitcase of things to Philadelphia or Boston. We'll invite you to come, and we'll do a gathering. A lot of fun stuff. A lot of fun stuff. Um,
Should we take some open questions now?
Sure. Yeah.
So Q has been compiling many of the questions that you asked over the last 40 minutes. And so I'm going to, you can keep submitting them, but I'm going to ask some to Joseph from some of the questions that Q copied down that you sent us. Okay? So the first question, we would say your name and who submitted it, but unfortunately everyone has the Shiji Zhenghao screen name. So the first question is, can I submit TikTok video regardless of the competition ending?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You can send. We have VPNs in China, so we can actually browse the YouTube other videos. We want, it's a very creative way of doing things. We want to promote quite a few stars from UABC and put on social media. So we will promote you guys. Whenever we see a good, fun, but at the same time educational, kind of purposes, we'll brand it and then send it out. So one thing is, we may want you to sign a disclaimer that, we can co-brand this and blah, blah, blah. This is for, education purposes, is for, we'll send a disclaimer. But, other than that, send our way. We'll send it out.
We'll put your teacher ID on.
Teacher ID. Your teacher
so
ID.
That,
your first name and teacher ID.
No problem. Okay, so that was a quick one. Here's one. Will the open courses be optional?
Open course is definitely optional. But we want to give every teacher the opportunity to present yourself to the public. It's a fair game. When you get pushed to the platform, think about it. We'll have probably 100 teachers giving, open courses simultaneously. It's not our job to assign students to you anymore. It's all depending on your charisma and your way of teaching. So, if you want the thing, you go at it. Just go for it. So it's really just we'll push you to the platform, but it's really up to you to make it lively and worthwhile. If you've been onto the open platform for say a month or two with 0 followers, with no thumbs up, then I think it's time to turn it on and focusing on other things to do. Maybe you're better just focusing on 104 classes.
Right.
But I don't think our teacher will go that bad, because thumbs up are for free. People will give thumbs all the time.
Okay. Will there be a payroll function on the website and the app?
Yes, the pay stub. The pay stub thing will be the first functionality. We'll actually work with the team to put on the apps. So you'll have a UABC app, downloadable, hopefully by December, by end of December. So we'll go live. It will be, firstly, we'll serve for the new platform. So you'll be booked for classes you start having the classes in January, starting from January the 20th. So it doesn't matter for you to you really to hop on early. So it won't be really the one-stop shop for the old platform. So the old platform will still have a lot of pitfalls. But for the new platform, when we move you to the new system, and gradually in months, we are expecting, we are planning for 3 months migration period. By next year, April and May, all of the students will move from the 1.5 version to 2.0. Then by then, you will see your payroll in one place. We won't say, it's 100% right there, at the first trial. So it's growing. You just bear with us sometimes. It's a growth pain. System first go live, allow them to make some errors, but we are trying our best to make sure. That's why I talk to other teachers. I send an email before we say we're upgrading. Please, mark down every single hours you are teaching to protect yourself. If you show me a handwritten schedule with your signature all over the place, I trust the teachers. Then the system. System can be done, but our teachers are always the best. So that's the trust.
Can a teacher skip levels from level 1 to level 3, for example? If you don't mind, I'll take that.
Go for it.
So generally speaking, it is not possible to skip levels. There could be some extreme exception where maybe we, did we freeze? No. Okay.
One of the lines are off. Maybe. Oh, this is.
That's just the power, I think.
Hours.
There we go. There could be an exception where we make a huge error when we first level you. Like you should have come in as a level 3, and for whatever some reason we make a mistake and you come in as a level 1. But typically speaking, the progression is work hard, get our feedback, and participate in the process of being part of the community, and you can expect to advance levels one at a time, not skipping.
Yeah. So other teachers are asking about the standby rate again. So as I said, well, we are growing and we want to it's our growing. It's one of the CEO's responsibility to keep the best teachers on the platform. For the low utilization rate for now, and one of the recommendations is, seriously, I mean, now it's December, right? It's good to have a voluntarily break if you want to take a break, and we can freeze your schedule for a month, or a month and a half if you want. Our supporting people can do that. There's other ways, as well. So bear with us and grow with us. It's part of the growth pain. We do our best to keep you around, but hey, it's just it's a win-win situation. It's a part. Both sides, we make some sacrifices, and we're making for the better future. I mean, just you being a qualified teacher at UUabc should be really a vindication of your teaching skills. You passed you are the best of the best on the internet, for sure.
I've seen this question a couple of times. So either you will find out your level at your first evaluation, or if you've been hired very recently, the recruiter should have given you your starting level. But when you do your first evaluation at 6 months, you will certainly have your level confirmed at that point.
There's a lot of typing on the screen side as well. So let's see, for the direct deposit, people already. That's good. We are setting, as I said, there used to be a mass communication to you, right? December, we are setting up our offshore bank account. It's in progress. I sent a lot of papers we're opening a bank account in Hong Kong where we can do a direct deposit. So we hate PayPal as well. I mean, this is crazy. You know, we're paying up to 5%. You know, from our side, you know, it's a lot of money from our side as well. We want to get rid of PayPal as soon as possible, but it just these days, you know, Donald Trump and President Xi, they're not helping, and just why can't they just have a dinner and shake hands and make a happy world? They can't. So but we are a public listed company in New York. Very good advantage for us. We are part of the the public company, so we can do a direct deposit to you. Very importantly, you submit your direct deposit information to us, and when the day comes, we just switch a button and we'll do the direct deposit to you. So that's always the way we want to do.
Okay. Let's see. Has the Chinese New Year holiday dates been confirmed? I believe that you should plan on there being no classes from February 4th through February 11th. And should there be any changes to that, we will update you, but we will certainly not be having classes during those dates.
Yeah, for the Chinese lunar calendar, Chinese New Year, right? That's the only time in the year UUabc is officially off. We are offline for 7 days. 7 days. It's crazy in China. It's just like you know, just nobody's really working. I mean, it's bigger than any holidays in U.S. Maybe similar to the Christmas and New Year, but not even close. Not even close. In China, you know, it's a huge migration of people from big cities to the second-tier cities to the third-tier city. Everybody's going home for the family reunion. You know, China is a very family-oriented country where it's just amazing. You see, right? You know, that's the a lot of time I look at people put up so much suffering and go to travel so far to just see their parents, and that really touched me. You know, sometimes in U.S. I see parents in senior home. You know, kids are not even bothering to go and visit even for Thanksgiving, right? That's the difference between Eastern culture and Western culture. That's something. That's the only time we say, hey, UABC respect Chinese culture, and we will definitely, that's the only time for a week we are off. So where we don't have the peak time, schedule, but that's the only time. We'll make sure.
And that was February 4th through February 11th. Okay. Let's say, so we've gone over a little bit. Let's say 2 more questions or something like that. All right. What can I do to volunteer for more classes as a substitute?
What can I do volunteer for more classes as a substitute?
Well, I mean, the first thing you can do is build your teaching profile, work on your 15-second introduction video, work on making sure that we have copies of all of your different academic and professional certifications. That way we can build your profile enough so that you can, well, then you'll be booked. As far as being a substitute, that typically comes down to what teachers are available when we have a last-second cancellation. So there really isn't a method to go about being a substitute, but I think that you can never go wrong building your profile and continuing to work on your craft.
Yeah. So people are asking about the advancement for the level up, right? Our SLA is 6 months. Right?
6 months.
But some really experienced teachers, exceptional teachers. The highest entry level grade we're giving out is level 3. So if you're really exceptional and you show strong, educational background, potentially it can be 3 months. We do the review.
Sure.
Yeah.
If you were one of my professors in my master's program and you decided to teach on the UUabc platform, we might bring you in at 3, but figure out some way to get you above. So that's, but typically speaking, every 6 months.
People are asking about the open course preparation materials. The earlier the better. The earlier the better. I think you can just give us a teaching points, right, before we approve it. That's really help us to give you directional kind of instructions. If something is totally off, we'll give you early heads up. So this is off. But the earlier that you submit, and the more thoughts and more efforts you put into each individual presentation, the better chance of you're really successful on the platform.
So before we talk about adding more hours, I want to add on one more point to that. So we're going to do a training where we're going to go through the template for an open course. And I think we're also going to do a little bit on materials design, which might be content that you might get in a master's program. So this is a good way to upskill yourself as well. And so our last question is, how do we get more hours?
It's a start, right? It's a journey. It's a journey. Since July, right? I still think of July. When we first roll out 104 program, the beta version, we have 80 teachers, and then now, and we have 104 students. Now we have 1,600 104 students, and we're expecting 3,000 more coming in January. So the low utilization rate, as I said before, right? Be patient, practice more, and attend more trainings. Prep for your open courses. From Will's side, we'll get more trainings for you to utilize the time. Enjoy the peak time payment, as you can, because in the future when you're getting busy, there's no more wait time pay.
The grass is always greener.
Right. So it's just when the open course is up and running in late December, early January, we'll push you to the online platform. When you are teaching, we're paying effective rate. So we'll push more and more teachers whenever they have downtime, we'll push you out. So the better, you better be prepared. If you are teaching and there's zero fan base, you'll be so you're exposed, right? Prepare your presentation better, and whenever the presentation is ready, submit to us. We'll give you some pointers, and by late December, early January, open course will be ready, and you will see a lot of students hopping on, and we'll pay you for the effective rate.
And all of the details about submitting this, give me about a week. So I'm flying back to the US. I need about a day to sleep once I get home. And then I'll be working on preparing all of the details for the open course submission process and all of these things. So that will be late next week. Check your teaching center, and I will have posted all of those details.
Yeah, I think it's better to use the social media like YouTube, right? I think Will has been making quite a few videos for typical good, PPT, right, or whatever the materials. We can really do a demo of what really the elements we're looking for. Especially think about this, for the open course will be less interactive. It's be you doing most of the talking and leveraging some multimedia, some TPR is very important. So polish and get ready. So we on this platform we want more students too. Students are expecting. We're sending a lot of the supplementary classes like the Alphabet Planet. The more people will hop on.
All right. Well, I'd like to thank you all for coming. I'd like to thank you for volunteering your time. And if you continue to have burning questions, please send them to Aaron UU or email me. And look forward to really, really great next couple months. We're building a lot of things here, and it's very exciting.
Thank you guys. Appreciate your help. Go UU, right? There's always a U in us. There's always a U in us.
I should have put that
Bye
on.
bye. Yes.
All right.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you very much.